Hello and welcome back to Misfit Mountain! I'm excited. So this week marks the return of weekly episodes for this series. I'm very excited to have reached this point. This last week went by so fast. Like, 1 minute it's Monday, I'm clocking into work, I'm just like, oi, this is gonna be a while. Next thing I know, it's Friday, I'm just like, hold on, what's happening here? And now it's back to Monday again, and I'm really hoping that this week goes as fast as last week did, because most of the people that I actually know are off campus now. There's 2 separate May work weeks before the summer officially starts, and it's alright. I unfortunately have had to work both of them 2 years in a row, but next year hopefully will be different. Please let it be different. But, yeah. So, the reason I am in F1 is because I have a very special surprise. If you look in the background there, you should see some change. Oh, hold on. You should see some changes to that building behind me. I spent the weekend setting it all up, and I now have armor smiths. This means I now have access to diamond armor. So let me show you guys how they look real fast. I know they weren't on my plan, but I was looking at this building. I was like, what can I turn this into? I was like, you know what? Let's make it a janked armory. Ooh, you've grown up now. I can get rid of that. Nope. I had to capture a child in here. Oh no. I need that. I had to capture a child for a little bit. It was an interesting time. Please. Oh, there we go. Nope, please. Please. What if I take this one? There we go. There we go. Okay. I put everything back. No, I had a fun time designing this backspace for them. I really like how this looks. It looks so nice. And we've got the different colored villager outfits. So these 2 on the edges are already master level. Like, look at this. Projectile protection 4. Unbreaking 1's not bad. Projectile protection 4 again on the boots. Blast protection 2 on the leggings. This guy over here, he's got projectile protection, blast protection, and then a double whammy on that chest plate. And then he's grown up in the time since I've been working on this. So, yeah, these are some of my extra things I'm hoping to combine once I build up my levels again. But let me go grab some of my emerald stash, which I've significantly burned through. It's fine, it's fine. I just need to get some more sticks later. I'll farm sticks sometime this week and just get a bunch of emeralds. Actually, I can do a little bit of that now. I'm just gonna take these, turn them into these. This is why the Fletchers were the first thing that I built, because you just sit and do this. I can grow jungle trees all day long. I can make as many sticks as I could ever hope to have. Free emeralds. Alright, but let's see if we can't get this guy built up a little bit. Oh, so I can now... Oh! So you finally give me the trade that I want. And that is the ability... Because, I know they can sometimes have it, but you don't find it until level 2, so it's... There we go. Let me just take some of that. So we can now trade... Oh, ow. Did my wings break? No, they're fine. But we can now trade iron from the iron farm, which, again, just sits and passively collects a bunch of iron. And I can get emeralds out of it. I might see if I can make a couple more guys into armorers just to get a few extra. Unless, do these guys have? I should notice. No, because he got. Yeah, you gave me a bell, and you just gave me a bunch of chainmail. So this guy's my only hope. A couple of them do have lava buckets for emeralds. So if I get a if I can get a bucket of lava, which I can get that out of the Nether, and I get some dripstone, which there's all over in the caves, literally all around me, I can set up a lava farm and just farm the heck out of lava. So these guys Fletchers are top tier, but these guys are pretty dang close. Let's put some shields in this chest, I guess. This chest is kind of like stuff that I'm like, maybe do something with, but I don't know. Alright, what do you have now? Ooh, protection wall. Ooh, depth strider on those boots. Okay, okay. So these are cheaper, so we'll just grab a couple rounds of these. And again, now that these guys have other, like, now that I have other sources of trades for these guys, like, I'm set. Okay, so he's all full. That's not bad. Ooh. Actually, I'm gonna get one of those and just put it on. Look at that. We are doing good. Alright, but I will leave these guys be for now. Yeah, we've now got 2 really good, easily renewable sources of emeralds, which is good because I burned through a lot of the emeralds that Remains gifted me back when I started with the Fletchers. I burned through a lot of them over the weekend. It's not pretty. I had like 3 stacks of blocks. I now have I have half of one. Also, these 2 barrels are the reasons why I keep having fishermen, and I had to deal with that. Because in order to lure them up there, instead of doing the minecart trick, like would have been, you know, smart, I just broke all of the taken job blocks that weren't these 4s and those 2 barrels. And then I just put the rest of them up there. So 2 guys became fishermen. I think they live over here now. And then, yeah. Hello. I can't bribe you with any of the food that I have on me, but we'll deal with that later. Okay, but as for the plan for today, I'm gonna finally deliver on something I've been promising for, I think, like 2 episodes now. We're putting the library in. This is final. We're doing it. We're putting it in. It's gonna go right here. So, let me... I didn't really... Okay, I didn't fully build up my mock idea in my creative world, but I've been putting this one together in my mind for a while. So I have an idea of how I want it to look. We'll just see if I'm able to pull it off. But I really want to go into that high-tech vibe of the, like, yeah, we're out in the mesa, everything's orange, but we've got these really cool glowing blue things. Like, okay, I want you to take a moment, and in your mind, I need you to imagine the most recent version of Mario Kart, where, like, when you're driving around and you hit those certain parts of the track and it just flips on over and you can suddenly, your wheels are all blue and glowing. That is the ideal vibe that I have in mind. Like, that is the high-tech vibe here. We're just gonna find out if I can actually pull it off. Because it's an interesting combination, to be sure. I'm also definitely going to be using some copper to do it, so I don't have to go back to the single warped forest farm that I know of. Oh, wow, I got more emeralds in here. Interesting. The single warped farm forest that I know of, because I just don't want to deal with it. I just don't. Call me lazy, but I don't want to. But I have a good plan for it, and I want to get some feedback on it before I fully commit, because I've not visually finished this one, and so I need some opinions before I decide if I'm fully committing or what. Alright, so I have started to figure out the replay mod, but I'm still messing with it severely, so I'm gonna kind of leave that over for Seacrest to be a little more experimental, and yeah. So, it's lagging a little bit because of the rain, which is weird because the rain's over there. But the idea for this is to have a very, like, aspire. Like, okay, if you've ever played Legend of Zelda: The Phantom Hourglass, you should have a pretty good idea of what I'm picturing right now. If you haven't, I'm going to put a picture of it on screen right about now. Alright, so you've got this, like, really cool earthy base. And then as it goes up, it fades into the other, like, areas, is what the idea was. But for ours, it's going to fade up into a bright blue using the copper, and especially the like bulb in the center, that's going to be like this glowing beacon. Like the idea that the library is sort of the source of the ancient knowledge that's granting them the ability to, you know, have hover wheel guards floating around the city. I'm looking at you, sir. That's at least the hope I have for it, so I want it... I'm trying to think. Let me grab some sand. So we'll have... It'll come... Oh, I need to shut that. Oh, there's the rain. So we'll go like 1, 2, 3... maybe 4 blocks out, and so this will be the door. And I want it to be a 3-wide entryway. So yeah, there's like grand entrance. And then we have... You... 2, 3, down 2, 3, down 1, down 1, yeah. Oh, that's water. Hello. Ah, and like the sand is just a temporary block right now. Down 1, 2, 3. The sand is a temporary block. I'll replace it out probably with terracotta, but I want to use it to put my circle in place. So yeah, I'll be right back with the rest of the circle. Okay, so this is the size of the circle that I'm planning. And if you can't tell it, then let me just walk around it real fast. This is going to be easily the biggest thing I've built on this server so far. And like, I want this library to sort of reflect that the not like the source of the power of this place, but like the idea that the ancient knowledge was kept and preserved because of this library. And so that's how they've got, you know, the hover tech guards, but also, you know, obviously carved directly into the Mesa mines and pretty simple housing. Like, it's thanks to this place. This place has preserved itself and survived the test of time. So first step is it's going to need basically a foundation. And for that foundation, again, I'm thinking a very earthen base. Like, it starts off, this place was built up out of the mesa and then came sort of like founding out. Like, that's not the word I want. Like, it was transformed out of the mesa thanks to the power of, you know, the ancient technology. So design aesthetic wise, it's gonna be very similar to the industrial district. A lot of oranges, acacia wood, like that sort of vibe. And then as it goes higher, it fades into the more high tech, hey, check us out, you know? So I think I'm gonna get up a 2-high block barrier while I'm talking, and I hope that'll look nice. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts for this. And my design process was literally, what are some cool looking towers that have both like an earthen vibe but kind of a futuristic vibe? And my answer to that I could think of at least, was, oh, hey, remember that time you played Spirit Tracks? It's a cool looking tower. And I know that I put down all of this sandstone or sand only to immediately replace it, but oh my goodness, I wanted to make sure that I had the right sizes before I put down the terracotta so that I had the correct everything. So yeah, is this regular orange? Yeah, this is orange. So orange terracotta base filtered in with, you know, the sandstone and the acacia logs or planks like I have in the industrial district. Oh dear, I need to build this up higher because I'm fading it out. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then an extra one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. I'll be taking out the inside and some of the surrounding hills a little bit further over the next week. That way it doesn't fade into the mesa. That one does not need to go there. Oh, there goes my pickaxe. That thing was kind of hanging on its last threads. Not gonna lie. There goes that as well. I could replace them, or I could just use my hoe. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, so my plan for the direct next week is I'm gonna finish up. I'm just gonna put these over top. I don't care much now anymore. I'm gonna build up like the first, maybe not the first floor, but definitely the first segment. Because I want there to be obviously room for the librarian villagers that stay here so that I can easily access them. And then I want, dang it. I want there to be room for like actual books, for chests of storage, for a bunch of like knowledge areas. Like this is gonna put my interior decorating to the test. It really is. Consider this my big project, you know? Everybody's gotta have one. I've decided that, you know what, it's been long enough for me without one. I've decided it's this. So obviously it'll be all textured, but this is kind of the idea. So you can tell, like, this is gonna be a big building, and I need more tools. And yeah, I mean, I love libraries. Libraries are phenomenal, and you should definitely have one everywhere. That's something I do want to put into Seacrest as well, but with Seacrest specifically, my idea is to have a communal library where people can, like, write books and share them with the rest of the community that's on the server. A building I'm definitely going to make in my spare time, so not on camera, is armor smiths. That way I can get myself a hold of some diamond tools. Because I've realized, why go back in the caves when I can use villagers to get everything I could ever want and have it be enchanted? I mean, maybe it's not like the greatest enchantments, but you know what? You can make just about anything work from a villager. And how are you guys doing? Are you excited for the return of weekly Misfit Mountain? I mean, I know I am. It's going to be amazing. I've got plans. A lot of them revolve around this library. I'm not going to lie, but I'm excited for it, and I hope you guys are too. And if you haven't noticed, which I don't know how you wouldn't, I have started streaming bi-weekly on Twitch. So I get on every Tuesday evening and we just play Stardew Valley. And so that is why the episodes of Stardew Valley have started including my face cam, because I have my face cam on when I record. It's just a fact of life. Do I have any regular terracotta prepped? I should. Hi there. Oh my gosh. So every Tuesday evening is just a regular stream, and it's probably going to be Saturday, but there's like a half chance that we're actually going to be working some Saturdays. I don't know. My managers can't seem to make up their mind on if my workstation is working Saturdays or not. And so I have no idea. If we're not working Saturdays, then there's going to be a stream every Saturday. If we are, then there's going to be a stream every other Saturday, with the other one being just whatever day I have off, assuming I have no other plans. There is going to be one where instead of having the regularly scheduled stream, it's going to be an extra evening stream, because my family's going to be coming out to visit, and as much as I love you guys, I get to see my family 6 weeks out of the year due to my school schedule and due to my lack of a car. So I'm going to prioritize being able to see them. I did the math today at work. It was kind of depressing. It's like, oh, that's how little I get to see my family. I hate that. But I did speak with my managers, and, well, okay, I spoke with the manager that was there today. But one of my managers is really not liking the decision that was made, because it wasn't even made by them. It was made for our workstation by somebody else who doesn't even work at our station, and it's a little annoying, to be honest. Just because you are the head honcho of the place that we provide food for does not mean that you are the head honcho of us. I mean, you kind of are, but at the same time, you really aren't. I don't know, it was a whole discussion at work today. But I mean, whatever ends up happening, we'll just roll with it. It really sucks, but sometimes you just have to accept, you know what? This is not something that I want to stress over. Ultimately, it doesn't make that big of an impact. It just, in this particular example, it just changes what my streaming schedule is going to look like. But, I mean, that's not life-changing. I mean, the schedule is going to change again in August. I'm going to take a week off because I'll be home and I want to actually spend time with my family. And then I'll be in school and be like, all right, guys, we're gonna slow down. I'm not going to be doing, 2 weekly streams plus some sporadic ones over the semester when I have school. Now, I might still do the sporadic ones, but I'll likely just have, hey, every Saturday with the exception of every 4th Saturday, because that would, assuming I'm at the same workstation. If I go to a different workstation, it might be every Saturday, actually. I don't know, if I get the one I want, it will be every Saturday. If I stay at the one I'm at currently, it would mean 3 Saturdays in a row and then skipping one is the easiest way I can think of to put that. But yeah, it's not a big thing, and you know what? If it means that you don't have to stress about it, then don't cause yourself unneeded stress, is kind of what I'm trying to say here. Like, stress is not fun. It's not something you want to deal with. Yeah. It's something that ultimately hurts you far more than can ever benefit. So at the end of the day, if there's something that's causing you stress, take a deep breath and look at it from the view of how much does this actually impact my life? Is it something that changes what days you can do something? Okay, do those things on different days. Is it something that is like, I don't know, a card game? If a card game's causing you stress, please play a different card game or find different people to play with. That's all I have to say about that. But yeah, don't cause yourself more stress than is ever needed. It's not worth it. Being stressed is not a fun state of mind. I am a college student. I know stress. I know the stress of, oh, I have a painting due in 3 days. I need to finish it, and I have, a paper due as well at the same time. Just take a deep breath. Figure out what times you can work on which thing. If there's a class in the painting lab, all right, I'll go work on my paper. If I am going to absolutely scream if I have to work on this paper for 1 second longer, okay, time to go paint. Just don't stress yourself out. It's never worth it. Alright, we've got the floor down, we've got the walls up, we're looking good. I have one last thing I want to do for the start of this. Is, again, I want this to be like the gorgeous building. Like, this is our big, I don't know, maybe the finale? I don't know. So the server is updating at some point, I think next month or the month after. So this may end up, and I've said before, when server update happens, I'm moving out to a cherry biome. I want me some pretty pink trees and the sniffer and all of that gorgeous stuff. So whenever update happens, we will be moving. There you go, you're in our arena now. But I will finish the library first. And I will, like, keep this place like this is where all of my villagers are going to be. I'll finish the villagers, I'll finish the library, but the main content is going to be over in the new area. Because cherry blossoms. I want a pretty house in a cherry tree biome, okay? That's all I'm asking. Is it too much? I don't think so. But yeah, so I want to frame this. I want to have, like, ow, would you people stop? Okay, it's time to go to sleep so I can get rid of these guys. I wanna have a pretty house. And, I mean, who knows? I might just take some cherry blossom seeds, saplings, not seeds, oh my gosh, and just bring them out here, and those will be used alongside the warped stems, just to get, like, the bright blue, the nice pastel pink, just to help really contrast. Actually, man, now that I think about it, pink would look really nice on these walls. Man, that is an idea. You can't leave. You also can't leave that way. Nope. Whee! I swear I've made this work before. Hold on. And then up. How? Why is no work? Why is no work? Do I not have enough room? Okay, well, apparently it's just no work today. I swear I've gotten that to work before. You guys have seen me in video do that thing where you go, you get your elytra to engage, then you jump up and you get a little bit higher, and then you get a little higher. I swear I've made that work on video. I'm going to do it in this arena until I get it to work. Okay, well, I'm apparently just brain melted today. I can't make it work. But yeah, so this is the idea that I have. I want to pitch it to you guys before I get too started on it, because obviously, like, this is gonna be. I mean, look how big this is. This is gonna be a lot of resources. This is gonna be a lot of time. Oh, wrong spot. A lot of me building and talking and just having a good time with you guys. So a lot of the other projects are being put to the background, and like obviously I'll do stuff off screen for the library, but I'll mostly be off screen working on other places. So like the weaponsmith, so I can get some diamond tools, all of those things. But like I like the idea that I've had for this, and I really want you guys to like it too. Like I'm proud of this idea. Okay, hold on. I'm going to tear away so much of this landscape in between episodes. You have no idea. It's going to be unrecognizable. I'm going to sit, I'm going to pull up a movie, and I'm just going to tear apart this entire place. Like, symmetrical designs just look so nice in Minecraft. It works very well. And another part of the inspiration I'm using for this is, gosh dang it. Oh, what were they called? What were they called? There is a special type of church that I learned about in my art history class. What was it called? It wasn't Gothic era. It was not... No, there's no way it was Renaissance. So we were learning about this in art history, right? And... yeah, this is it. We're learning about art history, and we had every section that we learned about. We would learn about the painting style, the sculpture styles, and the architecture. And it wasn't Gothic. It wasn't whatever one came out. It wasn't Baroque. I think it was whatever one was right before or right after Baroque. I fully do not believe it was the Baroque period, but you know what? At this point, I would actually believe anything. But the idea of it is that it's like a cross inside of a circle inside of a square, and I'll put up another visual on screen so you guys can understand what I'm talking about here. And like the reason they made that design choice was the idea of like the church is inside of the heart or inside of the body. I don't know. It was some weird reason that they had a cross inside of a circle inside of a square, but it was supposed to represent like the Trinity and Christ being in the person. I don't know. This was a semester and a half ago. I'm pretty sure I've slept since then. But it was a really cool design idea, and so I want to take some elements of that where we've got like a really nice open format, but then there's like the illusion of a square encasing it and supporting it. Plus, obviously, you know, the whole Minecraft squares, obviously. But I really liked the design choices that were used for those buildings. They're very symmetrical, very pleasing to the eye. They were unfortunately rather small buildings, is what they ended up being, because you could only fit so many people in a circle. But, I mean, this is Minecraft. We can do whatever we want. That's always been the biggest appeal of this game for me, is you can do whatever you so please. So I just realized I think every other side is larger than this one, but I don't think so. At the same time, hold on. No, they're not, because this is 5. And that's, yeah, okay, we're good. I did it right. It just messed with my brain having them in there. Nope, please don't. Yeah, so the idea for this building is going to be inspired by that church design. Like the idea of, you know, something inside of something inside of something. So you're going to have the inner area that's like inwards, outwards, kind of like this shape. And then the outside is going to be the ring. And then the supports are going to be more square. But then visually, it's going to also look kind of similar to the Tower of Spirits that I showed you guys before. But in, like, obviously different color and design palettes. That one I'm mostly taking the idea of like the gradient from Earth to something else. So Earth to other. And then also, I really like the bulb up at the top of it. I want ours to have that, but I want it to be like blue. Specifically the like teal blue that we get from copper, because I think that's gorgeous. Yeah, so that's my idea. I hope you guys like it. I would like to get a little bit of feedback if you have any ideas from me, if you have any other things you think might fit the idea, might help inspire the build. You know, whatever you want to share. But yeah, so I'm going to be streaming Saturday. I will have streamed Tuesday, if you caught that. That episode actually comes out tomorrow as an edited version. And then, again, Saturdays and Tuesdays are the plan at the moment. If those change while I have time to alter this video, I will overlay it right now. If there's nothing there, then Saturdays and Tuesdays. If there's something there, whatever that says. But I will see you guys tomorrow with Stardew Valley. And thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!